Here we go, my cigar smoking, fancy car driving, lady killing ass. I'm not Andrew Tate. What I am, you degenerates, is a ventriloquist figure preformed by the artist currently known as BJD. BJ has a message. Actually, two messages before today's presentation begins. The first is that there is not one of you fools out of 100 out there watching that is going to hook up with a girl that is rated as a 6 or more in current 2024 society. And furthermore, not going to be able to attain the status of top G. Not by a damn sight.
Andrew Tate is very mean.
I'm not Andrew Tate. On with the presentation. BJ really likes him some 80s and 90s pro wrestling. That was a tip of the cap. To Rick Martel, a squared circle legend that does not get his due, he must have thought of Cocoa Beach, Florida while editing a video about Montevideo. You have to humor a nostalgic old head such as BJD from time to time. As for comments like, how can you be doing voiceovers when you're detained in Romania and about to be extradited to London? You fools keep forgetting. I am not Andrew Tate. The entry into the sea is quite comfortable and gentle, which is good for both guests with children and young couples. The depth is not great. However, guests note that this place was chosen by orange jellyfish. They are large, sting, so you should watch careful while going into the water. In the Montevideo area, the local freshwater river La Plata flows into the salty waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Tourists complained for the bad smell and color of water for many times. This is especially noticeable in rainy weather, which fortunately occurs rarely during the period of the beach season. The beach is municipal, but there are neither changing stalls nor shower stalls nor toilets. During the season, the beach is quite crowded because of the close location of the capital city. The width of the beach area allows everyone to settle in comfort. In the surroundings of the beach, there are restaurants, cafes, nightclubs, and bars. The hotels are located on the first line. There is a promenade along the beach where you can walk. It takes 25 minutes to get to the beach from the capital center. Says another random, the beach itself is not pretty shallow water, but the setting is wonderful. One of the most beautiful landscapes of the city. Besides having rolled across the park and places to have lunch, you can enjoy beautiful walks and the best sunset. Propers to Oxford bibliographies. Quote, Montevideo was founded by Spanish colonists in 1724 to thwart Portuguese incursions into Montevideo Bay. It was established as a military buffer and a port city situated for over a century in an uneasy middle ground between empires. In 1830, Montevideo became the capital of the newly independent Oriental Republic of Uruguay. It has always been the demographic center of the country. By 1930, Montevideo was home to 1/3 of the country's population, becoming Latin America's most primary city in terms of share of total population. Since its founding, the city has been the national center of politics, finance, media, culture, sports, and the arts. In the 20th century, Uruguay became known as the Switzerland of South America and Montevideo, the Athens of the River Plate. Montevideo in the 20th century was a cosmopolitan and progressive city, a vibrant center of culture and the arts boasting modern infrastructure, a seaside boardwalk, verdant parks, and architecture blending colonial with Art Deco and Art Nouveau design. The years following the World Wars, however, were beset by growing poverty, socio-economic polarization and political instability, the latter reaching a crescendo through the Tupamaro urban guerrilla uprising. The government responded with authoritarian counterinsurgency measures, setting the stage for the military's takeover in a dictatorship that lasted from 1973 to 1985. With the return of democracy, new social movements advocated for urban services and justice for the victims of state terror. By the 1990s, neoliberalism and globalization had significantly altered the city's social and spatial physiognomy. New extreme forms of marginality in shanty towns ringing the city inversely mirrored the hyper-consumerism and conspicuous wealth of the upper-class neighborhoods of the eastern coast. Crime, insecurity, drugs, and violence came to dominate urban realities and sensibilities. The leftist Frente Amplio came to municipal power in 1989 and nationally in 2004, seeking to create a more democratic, participatory, and just city and country, although with mixed results. This article is organized thematically, although it follows a loose chronological order as well. Most of the cited works are in Spanish and written by Uruguayan authors, reflecting the relative dearth of English language studies of Montevideo. Almost all of the entries are books, with some journal articles published in English also included. It is an interdisciplinary collection, mostly drawn from the social sciences and humanities. It should be noted that it is often hard to parse out the difference in studies about Uruguay versus Montevideo. Often the former assumes the latter, and with half of the country's population and constituting the nation's hub, Montevideo is almost always part of any analysis of Uruguay. Nevertheless, the attempt was made to provide a more limited number of generalist works on Uruguay that include or assume Montevideo, while foregrounding those studies that take the city as a primary setting and focus of analysis. Says another random, a popular beach in Rodó Park, which is its most emblematic day on February 2, BJD missed it by 2 weeks, where the Yamanya Festival, the goddess of the sea, is celebrated. Crowds from all over the city and from all sectors are going to reach their offerings. Still more, it is not a nice beach for the bath, but for a walk. The area of Rambla and Parque Rodó are very attractive and characteristic of the city of Montevideo. Another one, shallow only for children, and another said that at least it was wide. That will do it for this one. If you would like us to exploit or make goofy jokes about something other than sports, please leave feedback via the comment section below. If you prefer us to direct our talents towards provocative Reddit stories, unusual stuff posted on Twitter do make your voice heard below. Being that BJ is living off his savings and I am an artificially engineered figure E. We have all day to scour the internet for these types of diamonds in the muff. Diamonds in the rough. Okay. Well, for BJ, D, this is the Andrew Tate puppet, saying don't simp, don't cuck. Say no to dope and be kind to animals. As for what you do to humans, I could care less. And see you in the next. To make a personal request, receive channel merchandise, or to just hook a brother up, hit up the Cash App on the screen, or make a contribution to the PayPal shown on the screen.